hate you right now. Okay, so Nate, instead of answering the trivia question, decides to give me another trivia. Who is beating you in fantasy? Yeah, Nate, I know. I'm down to like 6 after being in second for like the first day. It's not my fault that I had. If you look at my stat line, like all my starting pitchers got losses, even though they had good stat lines. So I'm not exactly in really bad shape. I'm about middle of the pack in at least everything. I can't remember what I was first in. I don't really have that much internet, so I'm not going to waste my time going to look at it. I looked at it last night. I had 3 losses and no wins. I did have a save, thanks to Greg of the Cubs. I did have 3 losses though. It kind of happens. But I had a good stat line, so I'm not going to complain about it. So yeah, Nate's beating me in fantasy right now, but don't worry. There's still 161 games to go through.
That is true. We're all tired this morning.
Yeah.
20 more minutes here on
some of us stayed up
AC Sports
until
Show.
3 o'clock. Okay, so my last game that I want to talk about is probably has the best highlight of the entire day yesterday. And if you were watching SportsCenter up until 3 o'clock, you definitely saw this at least twice. The best hustle play of opening day came from Emilio Bonifacio of the Marlins. In his fish debut, he went 4 for 5, so really nice, really good batting. He had a inside the park home run. Inside the park, if you saw this at all, you know what I mean when I say that he literally flew around the diamond. He had a ball to deep center field that Lastine's Millage completely misplayed, didn't run back there fast enough, fell down as he's like made a fake leap for it or whatever. And the ball just like went to the wall, and I mean by that time Emilio, he was already at second by the time that ball hit the ground. Basically, he was gone. He beat the throw to home by at least a step and a half probably. The Marlins also hit 3 homers out of the park, including Hanley Ramirez. He hit a grand slam. I believe he had 5. I think. It was either 5 or 6 ribbies on the day, so they had a very good offensive game. They also had a pretty good pitching game as well. So those were my highlights, along with the fact that the Rays, Red Sox, and Royals, White Sox games were both postponed due to weather. They're both being played today, 4 o'clock for the Rays and Red Sox, 2 o'clock for the Royals and White Sox. So I think we need to do some predictions, because it's been a while.
Okay.
I think we need to do some predictions.
It should be fun.
For Major League Baseball. And if anybody here, listening has, any inkling of what they think,
Nate?
Give us a holler. Yeah, especially Nate. No, you've got an opinion. But, Facebook us. You can call in, area code 616-331-2875. That's your phone number. We haven't had anybody call in ever. You'd be at first. And you'll also be checking the email azsports@live.com periodically.
I have been.
Like twice. So first off, we're going to start divisions. So we're going to start in the East. We're going to start with the NL. So the NL East. Who do you like?
Okay, just know that I probably won't be giving much of an analysis. I'm just going to pick. But, I don't know, I'll go on the Met bandwagon. I got the New York Mets winning the NL East, even over defending champs Philadelphia, because it is hard to win the World Series 2 times in a row. And I don't think that Philadelphia is going to win the division this year. So I got New York.
Okay, it's legit. It's legit. Man, this is one of the tougher divisions to choose. That you have some of the. Did you stop doing that? That is really annoying. That's. All right. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
I hate you. Anyway, you got the Mets sitting there. They're looking improved. You got the Phillies, who are the World Series champs. They're always dangerous as long as their pitching holds up. You've got the Marlins sitting there, who are just a young, bunch of talented kids, and especially if they pull it together, who knows what they could do. And then you got the Braves, who are always have a legitimate challenge to anybody. Nate says Jared Jurens of the Atlanta Braves, who I'm talking about, will win by himself. If not, Phillies will win. I guess I'll go with Nate, but I'm going to say that Jared Jurens doesn't get the job done, so I'm going to go with the Phillies. All right.
Moving on to the Mets, he has the Phillies.
Yep. Moving on to the NL Central.
Well, this is an easier pick for me. I have to go with my Chicago Cubs.
Thought you would.
Yeah. Hey, thanks. They already have one win coming in, so 160 more to go. 161 more.
Okay.
So
you're kind of crazy, but okay.
I'm like that commercial. 5 losses. 5 losses.
I'm predicting 5 losses for the entire year.
It'd be a record, obviously.
Okay.
But I got the Cubs going on winning this NL Central.
Okay. That's a very legit choice. I don't know, man. Cincinnati does look like a rather dangerous team, especially if they can pull everything together. Cubs, for sure. The Brewers, I think they're going to take at least 1, if not 2 steps back this year. The Cardinals, no one knows where the Cardinals are going to end up. I mean, they could end up just about anywhere. As long as if their pitchers, don't go down like they did the last couple of years, they have an outside shot of making it. And Houston needs to get some offensive firepower before I'm going to choose them. I think I'm going to go with the Cubs as well. Right now, they're just a better overall team, even though Cincinnati's made some strides in the right direction.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the NL West.
It's basically a crapshoot for me here. I'll take Arizona.
All right. Arizona's got a good 1-2 punch with Dan Herron and it's not Brad. It's Webb. Brandon Webb. So, and he goes with the D-backs. I'm going to go with the popular choice because I really think that the Dodgers pitching is better than what most people say, and Matty will make just that entire lineup rather good. And they're very good defensively too, which is something that a lot of people overlook. But they have been a very good defensive team. So I'm going to go with the LA Dodgers.
Yeah, that would have been my second choice there.
All right, moving back east, we're going to go with the AL East. Who do you like out of the big spenders there, Andy?
Ooh, big league here. I don't know. It seems like pretty much top 3 runners, obviously, Tampa Bay, Boston, and New York. Which order they're in now? It's kind of, I don't know.
It's real iffy right now.
Another crapshoot. New York, didn't look very good in that loss yesterday to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. But you do know that they're going to get A-Rod back probably right around sometime in May. They're going to get A-Rod back, and hopefully by then their pitching's kind of gelled, and their offense will always just kind of be that will always be prolific. But when you add A-Rod to the mix, it gets explosive. So
I'm going to go with Boston.
Mm-hmm.